Welcome to another episode of Loaded TV. Today, we are back with Camilo Cespedes with his skateboarding expertise to tell you how to go fast on your longboard safely and things to keep in mind. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
So things you should consider having for going fast on your skateboard would be having a stiffer board helps. Flexi boards bounce a lot and they might eject you when you're going fast. Some people like having loose trucks. It's fun and it saves lives sometimes. But if you're bombing a hill, it'd be a good idea to tighten them a little bit, not too much. Make sure you're able to still turn. If you're bombing a hill, wearing a helmet would be a must. Cause if you fall, you don't wanna know.
Yeah, we all took hits in our heads and
Yeah. And gloves.
Like, if you bail, gloves will keep you alive.
If you're falling, saving your hands is also a good idea, and it helps you slow down safely.
kinda. It can also make you slide into the wall easy.
Before you bomb a hill, be sure you know how you're gonna stop. If you can find a hill that has an uphill that you can roll out and run out into, that would be the best, because then you can work your way slowly higher and higher up the hill, bombing at different heights, getting used to the speed, and then knowing for sure that you can come to a stop if you just keep rolling. Another very effective way of stopping safely and quickly is foot braking. A lot of people kind of underestimate the power of foot braking, but it allows you to stop in a straight line. If you're new to sliding and you try to slide to a stop and you don't really know how to control it, you could end up sliding into a car, sliding into a person or a mailbox. I've been there, I've done that, it hurts. But foot braking, if you can do it properly, is the best way to slow down, and just about anybody can do it. You don't need too much skill to make it happen. Sorry, there's a lot of flies here. If you don't know how to slide and you want to learn, click this card up here because we did a Loaded TV educational video on how to slide. Everything from Coleman's, toe sides, all that good stuff. So be sure to click this if you want to slide to a stop. But if you don't want to do that, or you don't know how, you don't have the gear, you don't have the time, you can foot brake. Now, foot braking sounds pretty simple, but there is a certain technique to do it. A lot of people will think that foot braking involves just like slamming your foot against the ground and stomping, but nah, if anything, that's gonna make, one, your foot hurt, two, your toes get jammed in the front of your shoe, and three, most likely, when you hit, it's gonna throw you off balance and you're gonna end up bailing anyways. So don't do that, don't slam your foot down. Think of it how you're braking a car when you're going really fast. You hit the brakes really hard, no, you're gonna lose control. So you wanna ease into slowing down. Thank you for your help, by the way.
Absolutely.
Make sure that your front leg is bent in a way that you're a little bit lower, so it lowers your center of gravity, and then you're gonna balance like flamingo stand on that foot while slowly applying pressure to your heel first. This is a little exaggerated, by the way, but you apply pressure to your heel first, and then as you start to feel your board and your speed slowing down, you can start putting more and more of your foot. You don't want your foot like out in front of you, because have you ever been like walking with a stick and you like have it out on the ground like a rake and then it hits a crack and then it jams in your stomach or something? I don't know, I used to do that a lot when I was a kid. So that can happen too. Don't have your foot out in front. This doesn't do much for you. You actually want it trailing behind you. So you're gonna start putting your heel down first, probably right beside you. Then the friction from the road is gonna pull your foot back, and you're just gonna slowly apply pressure more and more onto your back foot. I mean, you still want most of your weight on the foot that is on the board, but you're slowly applying more of your weight to your back foot, but you keep the majority of it on the leg that is on the board, because this is you being stable. Helps also put your arms out, lower or widen your center of gravity. As you get lower, your foot's gonna drag behind you a bit. Just keep applying that pressure until you come to a full stop. Don't ever put so much pressure on your toes that you end up skipping your foot and then you end up doing the step, because you're probably gonna fall and eat it. All right, Camilo, what is the #1 cause of wobbles in your opinion?
I think loose trucks.
So Camilo's right. Having too loose of trucks can definitely make wobbles way easier to get. That's why we recommend tightening the trucks just a little bit, you know, making sure at least that your bushings have some sort of moderate compression, keeping the hanger stable. So that way it's not just flopping around. Confidence is another one, right?
Yeah, stay on your board.
Yeah. So
So we try to stay on your board as much as possible.
Wobbles can also come from your confidence, because if you start getting scared at the speed that you're getting, what's the natural reaction when someone gets scared? They kind of stand up and they back away because they see the hill rushing at them and they're freaking out. They're like, no, please, no! And so all of a sudden, look, most of your weight's on your back leg and you're understeering. So if you start feeling that you're getting wobbles, instead of standing up and going in Jesus pose and leaning back to get away from the danger, you actually want to face your fears.
Fears.
You want to lean forward. You want to get lower. Put your Iron Man chest. I just saw Infinity Wars. You put your Iron Man chest down. Wait, he didn't even do that in the movie.
If you feel like you're going to crash, try to save it, because you can try to save it, and if not, you'll crash anyway.
True. If you bail, you're just crashing. Try to ride it out, but within reason. You know, if you're heading into like cross traffic, you should probably bail and just take the hit before you go into cross traffic and get hit by a car or something. But if you're on a pretty open road like this where there's no cars, like try to ride it out, and then try to find a safe moment to slow down safely.
And that applies for a lot of skateboarding.
It really does.
Like,
yeah, like 50% of bad
confident.
crashes comes from bailing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Just be confident. Ride it out.
Below.
Yeah, have a stiff board. Flexi boards aren't the best for bombing hills. They're too flexy, they're too bouncy, they're not designed for that. Try to have, I'm just wrapping up here.
Okay. I'll wrap up with you.
All right, here's my wrap partner. So preferably have a stiffer board. It's gonna be more solid when you're bombing a hill. A flexi board will start responding to the waves in the road and it'll probably buck you off. It makes speed wobbles worse. Tighten your trucks just a little bit. So yeah, make sure you have some decent grip tape too. If your board has no grip tape, you might just end up slipping off your board.
Damn.
We use really gnarly grip tape. This is 30 grit mob, but underneath as well, we use the stuff that we like to call push and cushion. Notice how my grip tape kind of sinks in when I step on it. It just allows me to be glued to my board a little bit more so my feet don't go shifting around. I really like it. Stop that. Anyways, yeah, this was a quick episode. This is also gonna be the final episode of season 3. We have a busy summer ahead of us and we would love to keep entertaining you, but we have other things we must do. But we may be back.
And that doesn't mean we're not gonna keep entertaining you. We got really cool videos coming out, like really cool videos.
Super sick videos. And maybe some new stuff on the way from Loaded and Orangutan in terms of rideable things, but that's all I can say because my phone is tapped by the FBI. But anyways,
NSA.
Like, subscribe, comment down below if you think we forgot something or we didn't elaborate enough. I think that's generally it.
Yeah, share your knowledge with other viewers.
Please.
In the comments.
We want everybody to skate as fast as they can, but safely and not get hurt. Because getting hurt sucks. Yeah. But you get cool scars. Are they cool?
It's still not cool.
Yeah, my mom doesn't think they're cool.
Still not cool.
Anyways, like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's good too. That's safe. That's very safe.
Season 3. Thanks, guys. Look at all the stickers on my board.
Let's do like a wrap-up montage. Emotional music.
All the good moments.